Your footprints about it.
First, I went to section C.
Okay.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
Uh-huh.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A.
I think that's the one. The Monokuma, man. He's just looking at all this.
A.
Yes! Woo!
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong! Yo! This got so nuts.
You said you went to get the poison from section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein.
I'm trying to just absorb all this. I'm sorry, no commentary.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A.
Yeah.
That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't know I left the foot. Yeah.
Cool. Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
Damn.
Look at the footprints. Your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Oh, well... You see...
Was good.
What the?
Yo.
What the? What's going on here?
Oh my god, we are here.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Are you kidding me?
New evidence? Impossible. There can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
What?
Did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A true
Did Byakuya? No, he could.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Oh my gosh.
To the bottom of the bottle. And the clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
That's when the broken window, right?
Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Found the shot. Yeah.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door,
Oh my god,
right?
Kyoko is. Oh god, yo.
Window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so
Right?
strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it? The bottle should have been when I broke.
the bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
What
It
the
was
heck?
there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked, there's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
Oh, I can't absorb any of this.
Once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Yeah.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, Did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Yo, let her answer.
Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Oh. There's evidence. What? Who brought it? Oh my god. Sakura, because the freaking... When the locked room was on... Oh my god, I can't absorb any of this. This is insane.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind.
Source.
Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Chem lab chef though.
So you're saying
Source of the powder.
someone planted it there after we got the door open? No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Whoa, this guy's stressing.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Yes. Wow.
No, that's wrong.
Oh my gosh.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And
Oh.
this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched.
What?
And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing
Yo.
exactly what it was.
So she killed herself.
She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Damn.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
So she killed herself.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
Got the poison.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I
Sakura.
got it!
Oh my gosh, so she killed
I
herself.
think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way.
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying. Stop lying. Why? Why would you lie like that?
Yo. Oh no. I'm actually about to fight Hina. Where did this come from? Alright, bring it on.
You're a liar.
No, I'm sorry.
I hate you.
I'm sorry.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took
Please.
the poison?
This should prove it.
Yes. Let's go. Wow, we get to fight Hina though. Oh my god.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Yo.
It did?
It did.
It did. The same
Oh my
yellow
goodness,
powder
that
that
you
had
did.
been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Yo.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
Huh?
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
Yo.
Why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
Right?
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
Why
No,
you
didn't kill her.
why you like forcing us? Yo. Oh my goodness. No. Who are you? Yo.
Here's my
So
answer.
she's the Blackened, but she's dead.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Oh my goodness.
What?
What?
The killer was Sakura?
So
So
suicide.
you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Literally.
I don't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. That
Yeah.
explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course.
I got it!
Wow.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat
Damn.
there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath.
Yo,
And
smiling
an empty
too.
bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it.
Dang,
At
not
that
us.
point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Yo.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
Why?
When we found
Oh.
her body, you stayed right there near the door.
Wow.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
That's a good point. Yo.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed
Excuse me.
from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Yo, straight Ina.
Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Why?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
Yo. Oh my god, why? Freaking Byakuya, oh my goodness.
The killer is
Oh my
you.
gosh, this was freaking nuts.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toka. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
What?
She found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it.
You're an
Thinking he
idiot.
killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head.
Oh, makes sense.
This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just
God
like
damn
Hiro,
it.
she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken
What the
Monokuma
freak?
bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
Oh, you know. No.
was you, Hina.
Like, she didn't kill though, but... You know, why?
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
Whoa.
Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Great.
Oh,
Adorable.
I mean,
You still haven't realized?
Whoa.
We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Yo.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, It'll always come back to bite you in the end.
OMG. Kyoko was our god. Yo, we did it. Oh my goodness. Yo. Hey. I'm just disheartened right now. You know why? Dope. I like how I can't even talk. Oh, that was a good trial.